Oh, bless you. Bless you. Hey guys, it's Mallory here and Asher. Asher is 4 months old now, which is insane. So I just wanted to do a 4-month update. I've been trying to do these every month. I want to be able to look back at these little milestones and whatever markers. Babies change so much week to week, day to day, especially month to month. So I just want to share what's been going on with us lately and how big this kid is. He's huge now. He's a little toddler, especially in these shorts. I just put these on for the first time. So just to go through some little stats, we did take him to a 4-month doctor's appointment. So they weighed him and checked everything. So he is, or was, this was last week, 16 pounds, 7 ounces, which is insane. He has a very big head. It's like in the 80th percentile, and he's very long or tall, however you want to say it. So he is 2 feet 2 inches. So they're not even just doing inches anymore. They're going by feet, which is insane. He is just so big. As far as like clothes size, what that looks like, he's still been fitting in, well, I was trying to think what that even means. He's been fitting in some 3-month clothes. Some of like the pajamas that say they're 0 to 3 are just now starting to like not fit and not be long enough for him. But like width wise, even though he's getting chunky, they still fit him. And then some things like onesies, obviously not 0 to 3 like at all really right now, mostly 3 to 6 months, and some just 3 months, some just 6 months. But outfits, I mean, I've said this every time, they just are all over the place with fit. So these shorts are 6 months, but they're fitting him very well right now. And he has some real chunky legs. He's got some chunks on his thighs, some rolls. His hair is thinning out some, which is funny. He's got a little bit of like some bald, like a ring of baldness. The top is kind of getting thin. But I'm really excited for when it gets all thick and luscious because he has really dark, pretty hair. He has really dark, long eyelashes. His eyes are still a light color, so they're like a hazel. So sometimes they do look kind of darker, like a, not really, I mean, my dad said the other day that they looked brown. So sometimes they look brown, but in the light, I think they look more like green, hazel, and then if he's wearing like blue, sometimes they look more blue. So he has really pretty eyes, which is fun. And his skin is pretty light and fair. If you don't know, my husband Nasheed is Arab, so he's very tan. But I think that Asher will like tan well. We've had him in the sun a little bit, not too much, but we did go on a trip to Dallas for work, and he was out at the pool with us and everything, so he did get a little bit tan, but still has some pretty fair skin. So it'll be interesting to see when he's a little bit older. But yeah, other than that, as far as like characteristics or things like, well, maybe not characteristics, development stuff, I guess would be the right way to say it. He is like making high-pitched squeal noises, like talking a lot, and like pretty loud. We'd be like in a restaurant and he'll make a super high-pitched noise, but it's not upset. It's like he's just talking, like trying to communicate. He's holding his head up completely on his own. His neck is so strong, and he likes to sit up. Like he doesn't want to be held like a baby anymore. He doesn't want to be held like this. He wants to be held up like a big boy. So that's fun. It's so much easier once they can do that, like just picking him up and holding him and being able to like hold him while doing other things is a lot easier now that he can hold his head up. So that's been nice. What else? He has been moving his arms and legs so much more. So like now his recent thing is holding his legs up in the air and trying to like touch his toes, or if we hold him sitting like this, then he'll kind of see his toes and try to play with them. He is shoving things in his mouth, so any kind of like toys that he plays with, he's been like grabbing them on and really holding them more, and then trying to put them in his mouth. and then just trying to figure himself out. So like that, he'll just move around randomly and really try to figure out his hands and toes and everything. He like tries to eat his whole hand. Occasionally he'll suck on like 1 or 2 fingers. He has not found his thumb. It's been his other fingers, or his whole fist. Like he's trying to get the whole thing in there, which is really funny. He does take a pacifier. I don't know if I ever really talked about that. Mostly when he sleeps, but sometimes if he's a little upset or whatever, then we'll use it too. He loves to look at screens, so we always have to turn off the TV when he's around, because I just really don't, like, I'm not judgmental of what other people do, but personally, I don't want him to be growing up like from baby age looking at screens. So I try to limit that a lot. But yeah, he went on another flight. So his second flight, we flew from Colorado to Texas. It was like an 1.5-hour flight, and he did very well. There's those high-pitched noises. What else? He is just getting so big, but he did very well on the flight, and with all the traveling, it does kind of impact his schedule, and so when we come back home, it's a little bit harder, like just for the first week or so, to get him back into his routine. But now he's back into it, and he's doing great with sleeping and everything. We took the Taking Care of Babies sleep course, where we paid for the 0 to 12 week, like newborn stage program, and the 3 to 4 month ebook. So it's like a bundle, and it's been so good for us. He falls asleep really easily, and we do certain wake windows with him, and he's doing so great. We most of the time do not have a problem getting him down, and then he's been sleeping in the night. Typically I'll have to feed him like once around 4 a.m., which is a little bit of a bummer. I'm trying to eliminate that, but it's still happening. A couple days ago, he actually slept until like 7:30, so that was awesome. I did not have to feed him, so I would call that sleeping through the night for sure. But he usually wants to eat at like 4. So I am trying to work on that a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm so proud of him, and we still have him in our room, but we're probably gonna start adjusting him to the nursery, which we're in the nursery right now. We do our nighttime routine in here already. Like I feed him in here, and we read books. Let me give him something to play with. Here, look. Look at this. Sorry, I just have to kind of distract him right now. But anyways, we'll do the nighttime routine in here, and we're just gonna start like having his naps in here, and then eventually have him sleep in here. I just think that will be better for him being able to sleep through the night, because right now he's so aware that we're right next to him, and he can hear us and he can see us. So it's just a little bit harder for him and for us. Like, I'm kind of ready to have our room back. We have a TV in there that we haven't used in months, since he was born, and our shower, even like we've been having to shower in the other bathroom, because usually he's either taking a nap or sleeping when we're gonna shower. So it'll just be nice to kind of have his space and our space, but we'll probably do that around like 5 months or something. We'll see. Other than that, we have been playing with a lot of toys, reading books. He does really like books. He's been doing great with tummy time, so he really holds his head up. I've been doing it on the couch a lot because that works really well, and then he has a little play gym, like the piano one from Amazon. So I'll just turn the like light and music on, and he'll watch that while he's on his tummy and holding his head up, and he's very good at that. He's not rolling at all yet. He does kind of go to his side, or he'll like really reach back when he's on his back, but he hasn't completely rolled yet. So it'll be interesting to see, but we haven't had him swaddled for a while now because he would just bust out of it. So we use a sleep sack. Maybe that's new this month. I don't remember when we stopped. It was probably about like a month or a month and a half ago. We do a really consistent nighttime routine that's been working really well, like giving him a bath and then feeding and then reading books. And like I said, sleep's been great. So I definitely recommend the taking care of babies. And I recommend, if you can, like depending on where you're at right now and in your stage of motherhood, get it when you're pregnant, like right before you're gonna be having the baby, or like maybe even a month before. That way you can watch all the videos and learn before and start implementing things as soon as possible. It's not sleep training like crying it out method or anything like that. It's just implementing healthy habits so that your baby isn't relying on you to get them to sleep. So it eliminates a lot of that. We still have to give him the pacifier back occasionally and things like that. So we didn't start the course until he was already like 10 weeks. So we were a little bit behind, I would say. And our next baby, I would want to start right away. I think they say you can start from day one, but obviously like some things are different and whatever. And either way, like every baby's different, and I don't really want to pass judgment on anyone's parenting as long as they're not doing anything crazy. But you know, some people don't believe in sleep training. That's totally fine. I would be open to sleep training if he didn't sleep at all. Once he's like 6 to 7 months, then I would be open to it and maybe try it. But I know it would suck and I wouldn't want to do it, like the crying it out. That's why I went ahead and bought this course and tried to do it kind of early on. So this kind of turned into a sleep video, but I think that's basically all the updates that I have for his 4-month update. Wow, he is getting really fun and just has such a personality. I think we're just having such a good time with him. He's been making little chuckle noises, like little laughs. He gets the hiccups usually if we make him laugh, so we try not to do that. Oh shoot, he spat up. Oh no, oh no. Anyways, we try not to do that like right before he's gonna be napping, because it's hard for him to get to sleep when he has the hiccups. See, he's trying to shove this in his mouth or his face. Oh. Is that funny? Oh, he's also, I wanted to say, he's so much more aware of things. Like, he'll completely track us in the room. He can see us from far away. Hold on, I'm almost done. Here he is eating his hand and talking. He does that a lot. But he'll actually like pay attention to the dogs now, and he like tries to pet them. He's been like pulling on their hair and watching them when they play and stuff. So it's really fun to see. And I just think as he continues to grow and develop, it's gonna be super fun. He's getting a little upset. This video is getting a little long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We have lots of motherhood videos and other things like that coming up. It's fun having a baby and figuring that out with work and life and just all the changes. And I will try to share as much of that as I can with you. And that's all the time we have. So I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Bye.